Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to today's We Are One meditation, and it's my pleasure to welcome Susan Schwartz, who is going to lead you in the meditation today. Welcome, Susan.
Thank you so much, Terry. You can hear me, everyone, right? It's so interesting to be able to be heard in so many different continents and time zones. It's very exciting. And I want to welcome you today, which I heard just a few minutes ago that today is World Peace Day. And that really gave me time for pause. We are a reflection of the world, right? So we are the microcosm of the macrocosm. So do we have peace? Do we feel peaceful? What's going on with us? So I thought about the attitudes, right, that really relate to what goes on for each one of us. With our thumb is worry. Our index finger or our pointer is fear. And our middle finger is anger. So these three attitudes really affect world peace, the world we live in, outside of us, and also the world inside. So I'd like us for this 20 minutes together to hold one of the most powerful mudras, which will help harmonize these attitudes as I share with you some thoughts and a meditation. So I invite you to take I'm going to use my left hand. I'm going to take my right thumb and I'm going to wrap it around the back of my left thumb, index finger, and middle finger. So I'm going to be holding my hand like that and wrapping the rest of my fingers around the palm side. We have a slide in case this is not easy for you, although I think do it whatever's comfortable, right?
Would you like me to show the slide?
Yes, could you show the slide for a moment, please, Terry? There we go, all right? Does everyone see it? So that is the image that Mary has in Self-Help Book 3. So here might be easier. It's a little bigger for you to see my hand, right? You can take that off the screen. Thanks, Terry. So I'm just wrapping my thumb around my opposite thumb, index finger, and middle finger, and just relaxing. So I could just hold my hand in any way that's comfortable. So I invite you to do this with me. We'll use this mudra on our left hand, and then we'll have time to do it on our right hand. World peace, okay? Starting with ourselves. So I invite you to close your eyes, get in touch with your breath. Find that place that's comfortable. Be aware of yourself. Be aware of your breath. Mary reminds us throughout our self-help books that we are fun. I am fun. You are fun. Peace is fun. The war that we create inside us is not fun. The disharmony outside of us causes us to worry, to have fear and anger. So these three emotions are ones that we want to harmonize, not only on World Peace Day, but in every moment of our day. Exhale out all the stale energy from the breath that you received a moment ago. And inhale a new breath, a breath of nourishment, a breath of light, a breath that brings peace all the way up your back, all the way up your spine. Not only is today World Peace Day, but tomorrow in the Northern Hemisphere begins our autumn. What is autumn? It is the third season that we have in the Northern Hemisphere. It's the time of crops and fruits being harvested. It's a time of gathering. And what are we doing here today? We're gathering together to bring harmony not only to ourselves, but also to the world. As each one of us finds that peace and that harmony in our breath and in our spirit, it permeates our surroundings, our homes, and it affects everyone that we come in contact with. As we join together, the power of oneness is immense. It can change everything. But first, we need to start with ourselves. We can't have peace in the world if we do not have peace inside. Mary told us that 90 to 100% of all one's worry does not materialize in the state of awareness and understanding. So many times we go throughout our day without an awareness or an understanding of the attitudes that create disharmony for ourselves and that affect us. The body is the mirror of all of our thoughts. Let's bring peace to our thoughts, peace to all of our emotions. Autumn. Autumn is a time of introspection. And in all times of introspection, we gain awareness. And through awareness, we gain understanding. I love the word understanding. What do we stand on? We stand on our 2 feet. We stand on the soil and on the earth. So we're bringing that incredible breath that we breathe down to earth. Feel that peaceful exhale flowing all the way down to the earth that your feet are planted on. And feel how that inhale comes up your back, returning to your head, to your mouth, to your nose, to your head, which is the closest to the heaven worlds, and your feet are the closest to the earth. We are connected to heaven and earth with our breath through the exhale and the inhale. Notice how your breath changes, how it becomes quieter, more peaceful, as you let go of all of your thoughts. Worry. By holding your thumb, you'll help eliminate all worry. You'll often hear people say, I worry about everything. I worry about what will my next breath be? Will there be world peace? Will the election take place in the United States? What will happen? But worry doesn't change anything. Worry only changes our harmony inside. It doesn't change the outside world. I can worry that autumn is coming and I will miss the warmth of summer. I will miss the freedom of not wearing a coat. of being able to sit outside, but that doesn't change the seasons. However, seasons and our breath of exhaling and inhaling and the exchange of our seasons help us to have times of transformation, to transform from exhaling to receiving, to changing, to nourishing. And in this time of transformation, we transform personally and environmentally with our world around us. Where I live, the leaves change colors, and in autumn, the leaves fall. They fall to the ground as the trees begin to go into the restfulness of winter. And where I live, we call the season of autumn fall. We're falling into that space that holds us. The space, the gift that we receive from the Creator above. The gift that we have, that we carry with us with each breath. It's the gift of life in the circle of evolution that we journey in. Now, let's go to the other hand. And I'm going to take, with my left hand, I'm going to wrap it around my right thumb, my index finger, my pointer, and my middle finger. And I'm going to rest comfortably my fingers on the palm side. Okay, so here we go. So we take care of the left side of our body and the right side of our body. When you utilize this mudra at home, when we're not in this meditation together, you will always go to the hand and the side that will help you the most. We don't have to think about it. What I love that Mary would often say is you can't leave home without your hands. So we always have them to take care of ourselves. This particular mudra has many helpers. It helps us anytime that we are insecure. Right? Have you ever heard anyone talk about that they're insecure about everything? Well, in this time and what's happening in the world, there's a lot of insecurity. What will happen? Will there be a vaccine? Could I take the vaccine? Should I take the vaccine? Can I travel? Can I be with my loved ones? What will happen? That's insecurity. And it's always thinking about outside instead of coming inside and knowing that we're really safe. We're safe when we take care of ourselves, when we have awareness. And with that awareness, we can move through any action with harmony. Be aware of your breath now as you hold your right hand in this wonderful mudra. We started with the left hand because the left moves forward. The military would always start out walking left, right, left, right. So the left is the leader. and the right helps us here and now. It takes a little more energy and time to clean something that's been around a longer time. The attitudes of worry, fear, and anger are attitudes that we carry from childhood. Many of us, not all of us, those ones that are so lucky not to have had them in their early lives. But when you have experienced them, they sit there and they come up unexpectedly without even knowing. They become habits. Let's change our habits. Let's change our thoughts. Have you ever heard anyone say, I get irritated? Well, irritation is anger. And they get angry about everything and nothing. It doesn't serve them. It doesn't serve you. It keeps you from connecting to the Creator who brings you life. One of the things I love about this mudra is Mary said that this mudra helps you anytime that you feel so old or you look old. So that when you look in the mirror, that you see your beauty, that you're not there criticizing and judging. Is my hair right? Do I have wrinkles? Do I look the same as I did when I was 3? Of course not. But we're wiser. We're more aware. We become more aware of the tools that we have at our fingertips that help us to have peace inside so that we can reflect that peace out to the world. I want you to reflect that peace out to the world as you exhale out. Peace. I invite you to embrace change. Change inside and change in the world. There's so many songs and messages. I won't sing for you now because that would disrupt harmony. But everything starts with each one of us. Change, peace, letting go of attitudes that prevent us from connecting to our truer self, our higher self. This wonderful mudra helps you to let go of fatigue. Change is inevitable. We don't have to work at it. It happens when we just be. Mary would say, be breath, be light, be happy. Remember, the body is the mirror of all of our thoughts. You can change your thoughts. We all have choice. Choose to embrace change. Choose to reflect the light and the harmony, which is the gift that we all receive. Thank you so much for joining me today. And I invite you to go to the Jin Shin Jyutsu website. There are many, many offerings that are being offered to everyone. Many people have come to our We Are Ones who have never taken any Jin Shin Jyutsu classes and are learning these wonderful tools of self-help that they can carry with them and share with other people. There are offerings on the Jin Shin Jyutsu website that will tell you about self-help classes so that you can extend your awareness of all the tools that Jin Shin Jyutsu has to offer. There's also several 5-day virtual classes that will be offered. We call them 5 days when we were live in person in the same space together. We are in the same space together, only virtually now. And so we're going to call them the basic classes. And they consist of part 1 and part 2, looking at the textbooks that Mary has put together for us so that we could really understand the physiophilosophy, the physiopsychology, and the physiophysiology of Jin Shin Jyutsu. So look at the website. I know Sarah Harper is going to be teaching a self-help class virtually. Join that so that you can get more fundamentals of self-help. And I will be teaching a virtual basic seminar in October, part 1, and part 2 in November. All of this information is on the website. And for all of those students, come and join me at the Zoom study groups. There are many Zoom study groups. In fact, there was one today, and I'm teaching one in September 30th. And it's talking about the conscious spiraling connection of bust, waist, and hip, spirit, mind, and body. Come join all of our instructors in the wonderful offerings that we have. I want to thank all of you for joining me today and thank Terry for hosting and preparing this time and this webinar so that we could all be together. Thank you so much, Terry.
Oh, you're welcome, and really appreciate the pearls of wisdom on the day of celebrating peace. So, pearls of peace, peace pearls. Yeah, I really appreciate it. I have to slap myself with these practices because I'm away with the fairies. So it was very powerful. And thank you everybody for joining Susan today. I'm glad that you were able to come, and I've put the name of the website there in the chat room. Is www.jsjinc.net. And when you get to the home page, just click on the online events tab if you want to do an online class, and there's a whole list. Click on each one and you'll see how to sign up, who's teaching and what they're teaching. And we wish you much further
Peace.
study, further nourishment.
And peace.
And peace, yes.
Yes.
And not forgetting the big P is peace.
Thank you. Yeah. Thank you, Terry. And I want everyone to know that Terry really holds down the Jin Shin Jyutsu Inc. office in Scottsdale. So a big applause. Not only does he do these webinars and host them and help us to make ourselves visible to all of you, but he also holds down everything and all the phones. And so thank you so much for doing that, Terry.
Yeah, and thank you, Susan. And just a quick shout out for Jody, who joins me a couple of mornings a week.
Yeah,
she's there too. But
right, she is, but she doesn't let anyone see her. So
that's right. That's right.
Thank you, everyone. Remember, Peace day, all right? Remember your mudra, easy, simple, right? Simple. And purchase the self-help books if you want to have a refresher, right? Thank you
Right.
so much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Goodbye.
you. Bye.
Au revoir.